how did you meet up with Aaron Hall initially?
I was doing this show called Luke's, the Peep Show, and I on a station that BET owned, which is called Action Pay-Per-View. I owned a show on there, and I was shooting, so I interviewed him. You know, I was interviewing all kind of artists, you name it, Biggie Smalls, Lil Kim, Tupac, Suge Knight. You know, I interviewed all these different people for the show. And I eventually interviewed Aaron Hall for the show. That's how I pretty much met up with him.
Okay. So I remember there was something you had put out a while back. It seemed like it was like an audio book of some sort where you just talk about different stories that you went through. And one of the stories that stood out to me was the Aaron Hall and Gloria Velez story. So I brought the story up to Aaron Hall.
Whoever you speak to, just ask them how I did it. I got out the limo, grabbed her hand, went upstairs and fucked her. Luke didn't never fucking introduce me to anybody in his life. I love Luke to death.
Mm-hmm. He just had on porn.
But can't nobody, look, the reason why he's saying he introduced me to, because it's a good thing to say, okay, I introduced Aaron Hall to this girl. I took her.
What do you take about all that?
I think the best thing you could do is ask Gloria Velez who introduced who to who, and how did that happen, and at what period of time was she a dancer in my group. At that period of time, she was a dancer, and I would get all these phone calls from her when she was staying with us. The best thing for you to do is ask her, how did she meet him? You know, I ain't getting into no issue with him. When I met him, he was on the set of the Peep Show, and I mentioned, you know, I was interviewing him, and I mentioned, you know, hey, look, R. Kelly is more freakier than you. And then he said, no, R. Kelly ain't more freaky than me. And he began to eat a girl's ass out on the camera. So if he wants to deny that, there's plenty footage of that as well. And at that period of time, his record label then started calling up saying, please don't show that. Please don't put that out, because he was getting ready to put an album out. And so the best person to answer that would be Gloria Velez, because at that period of time, she was a dancer for me. She started dancing. She was originally a dancer for DJ Laz. Then she started dancing for me and touring with me. And she started doing videos. We started hooking up with videos from Jay-Z to you name it, because she was a very beautiful girl. And at the end of the day, you know, she would be better to answer that question than anybody.
I remember there was a video you put out, and it had Gloria Velez and this other like light-skinned chick, and Gloria was eating pussy in the video.
Yeah, in Mexico.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So Gloria was about that life.
Of course she was. No doubt about it. I mean, at that period of time, yeah, she was. I don't know what the lady is doing right now, but at that point, so I guess I didn't introduce her to nobody, because I didn't know her. Go figure that one out. There's too much video and too much footage of her rolling with us. I guess I didn't introduce her to Biggie Smalls. I didn't introduce her to Jay-Z. I didn't introduce Dame Dash. Nobody. So
what happened between Jay-Z and Gloria Velez?
Nothing. He was looking for some girls in a video to use for a video. He said the girls didn't look good. So I called her on the phone. She lived in West Palm Beach. And I called her up and I said, hey, look, you know, Jay needs some girls for some video. You got some girls, and you come on down also. She ended up coming down doing the video. Whatever happened in the trailer is, you have to ask her. I don't know.
All right, well, on the Sway video, you said that they were fucking.
Hey, I don't know what happened in the what you call it. I think that's what happened.
Okay. Now, what about you and Biggie? Because you had mentioned that you would have like orgies with Biggie and stuff like that, or you would put him in orgies.
Oh, me and Biggie, me and Biggie was good friends. I mean, he did the song. When he did the song, me and him did a song. He was,
Bust a nut.
Yeah, bust a nut. He talked about his fun on my boat, and I guess you can go listen to the lyrics of that song, and it'll explain to you how much fun he had on my boat.
So, how many times did he go out on the boat with you?
Oh man, Big was my man. Big would come down to Miami, hang out with me. When I would go to New York, I would hang out with him. I think I did one of his videos, One More Chance video. Me and Big that was my guy. Just like Pac. Pac was my guy as well. When I would see him on the road, we would bring him down to Miami. I would see him. That was my guy. And all those guys were my guy.